Hello and welcome. My name is Evelyn Knight. I am the CEO and founder of Childcare Business Professionals, which is a company that helps owners and directors find success navigating the business of childcare. And we always focus on what is best for the children. Today, we are going to be talking about having a mindset of opportunity. So let me know as you join that you're here and that you guys can hear me. More importantly, since I'm using my podcasting setup today, a little bit different. I had everything set up different over the weekend, but I thank you for taking the time to join me. I am also the host of the Child Care Business Coach podcast, and I am a center owner as well. So, thank you for being here today. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on with hiring. I know hiring is terrifying for us right now, right? It is just kind of scary being in the world of hiring. And so, let's see. Sorry, guys, I'm getting some weird notifications coming up. But it's kind of scary for most people right now. And so we are doing our creative recruiting boot camp next week. So if you aren't signed up, make sure you sign up. Today, I'm going to talk about changing your mindset and how we see the world we're going into. But next week, I'm going to go into detail on how we recruit and retain. That is so important right now, right? Is recruiting and retaining. So next week we'll be talking about that. Today I want to talk about the mindset. I've been studying this a lot now. It's probably been, close to a year that this new, I guess almost the new world we're in is just fascinating to me. We are actually living through a cultural shift, right? I am fascinated by how the mind works, how people work, the anthropology and sociology of, but it's going to be an amazing time to study us 300 years from now. What we're living through today is going to actually be a huge study way into the future. And it's really cool when you think about it. And so, one of the things that's happening is we're literally in a cultural mindset shift, right? And it's really hard for those of us who have been hiring and who've been employing people to understand what's going on because we're used to the world looking one way. But thanks to COVID, the world doesn't look like that anymore. So, what do we do? Right? Well, first of all, I think it's just important that we understand what's going on and the opportunity that we have. What's going on has really opened up a great opportunity for us as EC professionals because what's happening is people are no longer satisfied with the status quo, right? They no longer like just doing a job that means nothing. So it gives us an amazing opportunity because the jobs that we provide do mean something. They're so important. So we need to really change our mindset with the job market out there. I know it's hard because in our mind, what we're used to thinking is that I can't afford to hire and pay as much. I can't afford because I can't compete with this, and this, right? But the collective mindset isn't worried about money. The collective mindset is worried about quality of life, right? So if we as an industry jump on that, we have an amazing opportunity right now, I have to say. So if you guys think about what is it that's really important to employees out in the world, and the number one thing that people were rated when surveyed, and this is like survey after survey, is are they making a lasting impact? Are they making a difference? Employees who were shown to make a lasting impact and to feel like their work was actually meaningful were so much more satisfied, and money wasn't quite as important because of the impact they were making, right? So we in ECE are developing 90% of the human brain. So we really need to capitalize on that and change our mindset. I know it's hard out there right now, but if we start thinking differently, and if we really understand the opportunity that we have moving forward, we can really just fly right now. And for me, it's actually really exciting. I think it's exciting. We're at a pivotal point in world history where we have to change. There's no choice about it. We're at a point that we are going to have to change, right? What we're doing, where we're going. And we can literally decide, where are we going to take this industry? How are we going to change? What are we going to do? And to me, that's awesome and exciting. But I do realize one thing: either our industry is going to be wiped out and we're going to be gone, or we need to adapt and change, right? I don't follow industry standards in my center, which is why I'm probably doing well. And I don't have a lot of the struggles that other centers have. We've got to just drop that hive mindset, right? And we have to start doing things different, or our industry is not going to make it. The more I study this, the more I get nervous and excited. There is a part of me that is really, really nervous, because I know that if we as like a group, as early childhood educators and leaders of childcare centers, don't shift the way we're doing things, we're not going to make it, right? I'm confident we will. And that's part of the reason I put my message out there. I'm really confident that we will shift together. And I'm really, really trying to get the word out, which is why I have a podcast, why I do all of this. Because if I can help shift how things are done, we will survive as an industry. And not only will we survive, but we can really thrive. And we can make sure that our industry is on top right now. We're in a wonderful position. And the things that COVID has done has really opened it up so that we can actually really capitalize, because we are what people want. What we give to an employee is what they're looking for. They're looking to make change. They're looking to do something meaningful with their life. And that is what we can give them, right? When you have a really high quality childcare center, you're literally helping to make sure children are growing up with the skills that they need to be successful. Okay. So really think about that. I was talking to a friend actually this weekend, and who is raising young children right now. And we were talking about a problem she has, right, with trust, and how she just doesn't trust people. And I was talking to her about like her mom. She's like one of 9 children, and she was the oldest. Well, when her youngest was a baby, she remembers that her mom would say things like, oh, she'll never remember this, I don't have to worry about it. Oh, I don't have to worry about, basically what she was saying was, I don't have to worry about meeting her needs today, because she's not going to have memories of this later. And she was basically like that through this child's entire preschool years, right? So my friend was pretty much saying, like, I don't know, I just don't trust. And I'm like, well, do you think that's how your mom was with you? She's like, oh, absolutely. I'm like, well, that's it. That's why you don't trust, because how a human trusts is formed in those first 5 years of life. And so if we literally look at that, and if we think about the fact that her mom had this attitude of, they're not going to remember, so I don't have to meet my child's needs right now, then yeah, that's no wonder she doesn't trust today, right? That is what we are giving to children. Now, had she been in a high quality childcare program, that could have been reversed, because we have the opportunity to give trust to those children, right? We have that opportunity. There's a lot that happens too behind closed doors that we don't realize, right? I'm working with a couple owners right now, 2 different owners right now, which is just crazy to me, that are dealing with some pretty heavy hitting cases. And both owners, and I have been in the same boat, okay, where you think these children have amazing homes, but they don't. What they're going home to is abusive and just horrific. And I mean, there's the case I had personally was horrific. It was horrific, right? But I didn't know. And so what's important, and my point on this is that for every single child, we need to be giving them those things that they need because we don't know what's happening behind closed doors. We don't know which mother pretends to be mother of the year for us, right? We don't know which mother always makes sure that by society standards, their child looks perfect so nobody suspects what's happening behind closed doors. We have no idea. And so we can give these children those things that they desperately need that they're not getting at home, right? And then we help the employees to see the difference they're making. We help them to see how one positive adult can completely change the trauma that is affecting a child's life, right? You show them that change. You show them the impact they're having in the world. I do an entire seminar on this, this is basically, I've been traveling a lot lately. This is part of the seminar I've been doing for teachers around the country, is just helping them to see their impact, right? It's really helping them. And as you as a leader, when you understand your impact as an ECE leader and trickle that down to your staff, that's where change happens. That's where you're going to really attract the right employees, and that's where you're going to keep the employees, which is even more important because what good is it if we get them, but we can't keep them, right? So keep that in mind. But my goal right now is to really help all overall with all of these videos is to really, really help you guys to see how we can be those change agents, right? How can we take our industry today and transform it so that when things are really settled in this post-COVID world that we're living in and this culture shift, that we're on top. And that not only do we survive, but we thrive, right? So that's part of why I do things like the workshop I'm doing next week. So if you're not ready for the boot camp, make sure you guys, if one of my team members would actually put the link to the boot camp, we're doing the creative recruiting boot camp next week. Next week, I'm going to take you guys Monday through Friday through all the steps. I'll take you through like exactly how do we recruit. I'll take you a little bit through my mindset behind recruiting, really teach you because you really have to understand why in order to be successful, and how to rethink ads, attracting employees. One of the things I'll leave you with from next week is we're literally competing with thousands of other employers that pay much better than we do. We have to start showing employees what we do give them, right? And stop thinking that you don't give them enough or you don't have enough to offer, because that is why you cannot recruit right there. It is your mindset. It is not the workforce that is stopping you. It is your mindset that is stopping you from attracting employees. Got to change your mindset. And then you can use the techniques I'll be teaching you guys next week. So the other thing is, when it comes to changing our industry altogether, we are putting our Childcare Business Summit together right now as we speak. So excited about that too. Because it is pretty new, we are having a limited time sale on that. So I'm actually so excited about this with you guys. I want to share with you guys my screen. Let's see. Okay, share screen. It's going to show me, isn't it? Let me see. Okay. There we go. So we, as you can see here, we have a limited time offer. So make sure this ends this week. This limited time offer actually ends this week. So make sure you sign up. But we are putting this summit together to, again, help change your thinking. I am bringing, oh, I'm sorry, that's where we're staying. But what I really want to show you guys is the people that we're bringing in. I'm bringing people who are well known in our in the business industry, but not so much in early childhood education. And these are dynamic speakers who have changed my team's life, who have really changed my perspective on things. The reason I chose them instead of our normal everyday ECE people that we can always go and see is because we need to change how we think. Again, our industry isn't going to survive if we keep doing the same things over and over again. Now, of course, I have Beth and Prina coming as well, and I'll be speaking. But for the most part, these two people are powerful business leaders who have broken industry standards in their own right and who've really been change agents for other industries, right? Ryan Dowdy, for example, is completely reinventing coaching and like business, like high-end business leaders. Just these are people who can help us as an industry reframe how we think and really level up, right? We are so desperate in ECE to be seen as professionals, but we don't always want to act like it. We don't always want to behave like the professionals that we can be. So, for my summit, I'm really bringing these people in order to help you level up, right? We need to change the room and the people who are in it at this point because what we're doing right now is not working, right? There was a time where we didn't need government grants to survive, right? But now we do. And it was getting that way before COVID. COVID just exacerbated the problem, right? But what happens when these government grants end? Right now, we're getting a lot of love and a lot of attention from the government. But one of my biggest fears is that we're leaning too much on this and it's going to end. And when it does, how is your center going to survive? Right? When it does, are you still going to be able to stand on your own 2 feet? Right now, we are a buzz topic, but we're not going to stay a buzz topic, right? But how do we transform this industry with the time that we have right now? We're in a great time to do it. So, how do we transform this industry? First step we have to do is change our mindset. We have to see the opportunity that is before us. And we absolutely have to change how we think, how we approach things, right? And how we do business. So, again, next week with the Creative Recruiting Bootcamp, I'm going to really just give you guys a whole new way of thinking about how to recruit, right? At my summit, I'm going to give you an entire new way of thinking about how you're actually running your business, period, and how to be a business person. That is one of my biggest goals, is how to be a business person, is why I'm here, right? So the boot camp next week is 100% free. Make sure you guys join me. Again, sign up if you haven't already to make sure that you're really involved. You get the workbook. There's a lot of different things I give away with that summit. We'll be going live twice a day next week. So the way it's going to work next week is at 1 p.m. Pacific time. I will actually be live on camera, and I'll actually be doing it from Florida. So kind of funny that we base everything on Pacific time, but I'll be filming from Florida. But at 1 p.m. Pacific time, we're going to be live. And then at 5 p.m., we're going to replay the video, but we will be in the chat. So I'll be in the chat interacting with you guys, answering questions. We wanted to open it up to different times because I know in time zones and with your centers, you guys are working and it gets hard. I know that. So I went to my team and just said, hey, look, I know what it's like being in a childcare center. Sometimes nap time is a really easy time for leaders to make it. But nap time for East Coast, it's like your busy time when your kids are getting picked up, right? So like let's do this twice because we want to meet you where you are. And just like we should be meeting the children where they are, right? So that's why we're doing 2 different sessions this time around. Even though the second session will be the recording replay from earlier that day, we will be there to answer your questions. I'll be in the chats live to answer your questions. So make sure that you sign up for that if you haven't already. And again, that summit, my summit, the prices will be going up. We're selling it very, very cheap for what we're doing for you guys. It's pretty cheap right now. So the price, make sure you sign up before the prices go up because they are going to go up. And I'm telling you, this is going to be a life-changing experience. I'm a business owner. I'm a business person. I don't want to waste your time. I have been to so many conferences where I just felt like it was just this big commercial and all they were trying to do was sell me something or other, like selling me a curriculum or selling me this or that. One of my goals is not to be that person. I'm not going to bring you into a summit that's really just a bunch of commercials that people are paying me to present at, right? a lot of times, um, when you go to these conferences, I'm giving you guys some insider information on conferences, but the speakers actually pay to speak instead of getting paid to speak. They pay to speak because it's literally a giant commercial. And when I found that out, I was working on some committees for I just was like kind of made me sick to my stomach, to be honest with you, because I'm thinking, okay, so attendees are literally paying for tickets to get here. Speakers are paying to speak, or they're not paid to speak at all, right? Because the organizers know this is just a giant commercial, right? So to me, I guess even not paying a speaker to speak is pretty, I don't know, that just doesn't sit well with me either. Because if a speaker isn't getting paid to speak, it's because they know that they're going to use that time as a commercial and they're going to be poaching your business. That is not what I want for you guys. That is not at all. I don't want to waste your time with information that is useless. And I don't want to waste your money, right? I'm a business person. I know our thing, time and money. We got to be careful with those two things. So I want you to walk away with something tangible and something that you can put into practice when you go home, right? The other thing, though, is I also know that we're tired and we're kind of burnt out, right? We are tired. So we chose Orange Beach, Alabama as the destination for our summit because we need to relax and have fun. So that's one of the things we're going to be doing is just relaxing and having fun on the beach. It is a gorgeous beach location right outside of Pensacola, Florida. Beautiful resort location. They gave us an amazing deal so that it's not too expensive for all of us to be able to go and have a wonderful getaway. So I'm hoping that you guys take some time when you're there to just relax, enjoy the beach. And we are going to coordinate some stuff for you to make sure that you relax and enjoy the beach because you guys know self-care is very, very important to me. And I want it to be important to you because we cannot jump into this new mindset. We cannot be the best versions of ourselves if we're not taking care of ourselves. So I hope those some of that was helpful for you today. Just realizing that you need to start embracing change. That is my takeaway message today. It is time for us to embrace the change, see the opportunity that we have in front of us, and really run with it. But the next few sessions I'm going to be doing, especially next week, and even on my podcast, this is everything I'm dedicated to right now. Is really just changing the mindset and really almost like we're brainwashing ourselves, right? Into changing how we think. Whenever I need to make a huge change like this, I literally intentionally go in telling myself I need to brainwash myself. So I will just engulf myself in nothing but what I want myself to think about, right? I know how I want to think. And so, like, if you're trying to get rid of a bad habit, a bad thinking pattern, what I do is I'll literally find books that'll give me a different way of thinking or seeing it, podcasts, even the music I listen to. I completely eliminated watching television from my life and scrolling through social media because of the negativity and how it was affecting my brain. And that's something I really want you guys to think about is do you realize that as much time as we're spending on screens, it is literally brainwashing you. Literally, right? We are literally being exposed to all of these things that are changing our culture. So why not be intentional? If you want to go through your social media, get rid of that stuff that doesn't help your mindset and only have things that are mindset driven, right? Read books, listen to podcasts, just engulf yourself in the things that you want. Find someone you want to element like oh my gosh, the word just came in and out of my brain just like that. It's somebody that you really want to be like, right? Follow them, listen to them, do their teachings and really just engulf yourself in that world. That is how you will literally intentionally brainwash instead of letting someone else, because it's happening in our society right now. I guarantee you something has brainwashed you because we are just so overexposed to things. So why not be intentional about it and really look at where your center is today, see the opportunity that we have before us, and intentionally go in the direction you want to go. I hope that was helpful, and I hope everybody has a fantastic week. For my members, I will see you guys tomorrow and Wednesday in my office hours, and Thursday. I think you guys are getting a pre-recorded training for me because I will be in training. I'm going to be doing my own business training all day Thursday and Friday. So, I will talk to you guys later.